Instructions. Be ready.
Oh, a 5-sector map. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do here? Hey there, Postal here. I have been in 3-sector maps all morning, and they've been easy, stompable wins, but I haven't really been able to use the A6M5 to its full extent.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Let's see what we can do here. Oh good, I already did that. We've got a Spitfire, we've got some Spitfires, but I should be able to outmaneuver them. Why? Even specialized, and I'm not specialized. We're gonna go over a lot of things in this battle. Specialized or no, I'm still at 105, and I'm unspecialized. I'm unspecialized, and I made a speed build, and I'm at 105. The new pilot that you can get, Akira Akane, whatever her name is so freaking good. It's pretty ridiculous. So let me give you the lowdown, and we'll go in more detail when we get back to the hangar. But let me give you the lowdown on what she brings to the table. Oh, there's heavy fighters. Oh, they're way the hell up there, though. Yeah, they can stay way the hell up there. I'm gonna get him. She adds 10% maneuverability across the board to the A6M5. As such, even on a stock A6M5, which I had, well, it's not stock, but it's not specialized. I can still outmaneuver just about anything, right? And so I thought to myself, well, if I can outmaneuver 90% of the planes, that's fine. I'm hoping that I can out-tactic the remaining, 10%. Let me try to do a speed build on this plane. So I've got the speed paint on here. I've got one equipment slot available, and that is used for... that is used for the polished skin. And let's see what we can get out of this. And I want to tell you, I've been pleasantly surprised. The planes that I was thinking that I'd have some sort of issues with when it came to maneuverability, I've still been able to outmaneuver them. A7Ms, specialized A6M5s, things of that nature, Spitfire 5s and Spitfire 1s, which I can outmaneuver anyway. I haven't ran into any yaks, so I can't really compare it to that. But all these specialized planes that I've been running into, I've still been able to outmaneuver. Speaking of Spitfires, I think this Spitfire's gonna be dead. If he's not, I'm gonna kill him. Tornado. Blah. Let's see what we can do here. We've got a multi-roll behind us. Let's use that speed that I've added on here. Stick with the tornado. And then what we're gonna do is we've got this pilot also adds 10% across the board to anything that helps the guns. 10% rate of fire, 10% range, 10% damage increase, 10% I think maybe on overheating. I don't even know. We'll have to, again, we'll go back over it when we get back to the hangar. But she's so strong for this plane that it's just been straight up ridiculous. I was just complaining on Discord, stupid problem that I've got here, but I've been kicking so much butt that I haven't had the ability to like get a decent video. That's literally the first time I've died in 4 battles that I've played. That's only because I was on like a 3rd health going head on, right? So if I'm having, these quote-unquote struggles of trying to get a game that's good enough that we don't just roll over the enemy team so quickly. This might be it. Let's load in. Let's see if I can get this P-38. Yeah, they're about to flip this sector. Yep. That's fine, I suppose. Let's see what we can do here. Getting up to an altitude that I don't really want to be at, but... there we go. Got that sector perfect. Let's see what we can do here. Got a Key 102 is doing some freaking work, which is great.
A large enemy force is attacking the military
Got a
base.
multi-roll inbound
Proceed with
here,
caution.
so we're going to be just cruising along at a much higher altitude than I would normally recommend, at a much higher speed than you would normally be able to attain at this particular altitude. So I've found that this plane has gotten a lot more flexible by going for a speed build, as odd as that sounds. I would never, without this pilot, I would definitely not recommend going for this kind of build. It just doesn't make any sense. Excellent, so we've got the center here. Let's see what we can do in regards to getting some more defense kills here. It's Key 102. It's doing some crazy fun stuff here. Let's head on over here. T-38. I mean, we're just a crap ton higher than we normally would be, right? Let's go ahead and head down. I suspect we need to get that, don't we? Let's go ahead and let's head over here. Don't really like being the attacker, and normally if you're in a 0 and you've got to be an attacker, you know, moving from sector to sector, it's a huge pain in the butt, right? I don't have, like, I still have struggles with that, but it's not the same kind of struggles. Let's go ahead and flip over,
Receiving reports about
get our boost on, try to get some of these lightly armored targets here, low HP. Let's get over here. Come on, guys, we need to get that. Oops, I just accidentally hit my freaking... That's annoying. Alright, let's get our boost on. We're going to head over here and see what we can do. We are up on capture points only by about 70 or so. I'm assuming that we'll be able to get this taken care of in just a second here. Got a Bowfighter inbound, a P-38J inbound. Get him set on fire. Squall line, unfortunately, kind of not the best position to be in as a 0. But again, I've got speed that I wouldn't normally have in this particular plane. Let's go ahead and let's head back to the center, I guess. I can get this Spitfire for sure. Nope. Dang it. Double dang it. Triple dang it. Good. Got him. Let's knock everybody out. Let's do some 0 type stuff. Oh, you don't go head on versus a Hurricane. That's not smart. All it takes is a couple good hits from a Hurricane. Get you knocked out. A Predator in this particular battle. We keep handing frickin' kills to the key, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and turn back around. Got him knocked out. Excellent. Let's head on over this way then, right? Whew! Yeah, me and Sega here are tag teaming it up. They've only got a couple players left. And that's one of them. Pilots, I should say.
The enemy is almost
Excellent.
defeated. Make a final push.
Who's the last dude? Nope, that's it.
I'm proud of you,
Got the last guy there.
back home.
A lot of assists, right? This is the first time I've actually came in second place. And wow. Whoa, cranky, Jeff. Anyways, first time I've come in second place. Let's head on back. All right, so we were able to get 14 frags there, a bunch of crits, 21, jeez. And got 10 assists, so we got our Predator in this particular battle. And I want to say, like, at least half of those assists I could have probably, would have liked to have thought I could have killed. GG to Sega here. For sure. For that matter, GG here. I will not GG Jeff because he's a jerk. But, I mean, I guess he fills his name out pretty well there with his troll face. So, yeah. So this, I'm going to use this battle. It wasn't the best, like... I think this battle showed what you can do with this plane with the freaking speed setup. And we're going to go over the pilot in just a second here. But, you know, what this allowed me to do was get from sector to sector. The reason I got all those the Predator, I mean, all those assists, was because I was sticking with that key 102, which you normally can't do in a freaking Zero. Anybody that's flown the Zero line knows that, like, the downfall of this line is its speed and its inability to go to high altitudes. Well, I was able to use my speed boost to get to higher altitude and feel comfortable. Like, I wasn't just at higher altitude and, like, cruising at 60 miles an hour ready to fall out of the sky. I was up there at a reasonable speed. I was feeling a lot more Spitfire-y with better maneuverability. That's what I felt like in this plane. And that's kind of scary, to believe it or not, right? On top of that, let's take a look at what this pilot adds, and then we're going to look at the exact details of what I've done with my equipment setup. So keep in mind, I am not specialized in this plane. I just bought it back late last night when I got Akira here. Or no, yesterday morning, I guess it was. And that was, I haven't specialized it because last time I flew this was before specialization, so I just started working on specialization, literally just now. So some of these special skills that you get with her. The first one here is going to be your A6M5 Master, so obviously this only works with the A6M5. It increases the maneuverability and damage inflicted by forward-firing weapons by 10%. Again, it's only for the A6M5. So your maneuverability is already up 10%, and your forward-firing weapons are doing 10% more damage. 10% more damage isn't incredible at this tier, but it's still 10% more damage. So you're going to take it, right? The other item that I've added on here that you have the option for is called Hunter's Grip. Now, this works on any plane. So if you put her into a premium plane, it can certainly have an impact. That increases the burst length and the firing range. So combined, you've got your burst length. You're able to hold down the trigger for 10% longer. The firing range is 10% longer. And you're doing 10% more damage. That's pretty significant, right? All in all combined. And so utilizing that to be able to, do that extra damage and get planes knocked out, I feel a lot more comfortable going against heavy fighters. GAs tend to melt. They don't melt like you're shooting them with 4 20mm cannons or anything like that. But they definitely lose hit points quicker. And you just feel more comfortable with the damage output that this plane puts. You have one more pilot skill that you get with her. You get her 5 points. I highly recommend doing the firefighter skill. And that way, as you're dogfighting, if you're set on fire, you're putting out the fire pretty quickly. This would be my recommended setup for anybody that gets Akira on the A6M5. The first 5 points, there's no reason to do anything other than this. You definitely want your 2 specialized universal skills. And with that extra point, it would just be highly recommend using the firefighter skill. Let's watch my word choice, right? Now, because my maneuverability was bumped up to 105, I said to myself, well, now wait a minute. If my maneuverability is already this high, what am I going to compare this to? What can outturn me at tier 6? Well, the only thing that's going to be able to outturn you consistently, and this is, again, remember, non-specialized plane. The only thing that's going to be able to consistently outmaneuver you is going to be other, specialized turn fighters like a Yak-1 spec'd out or an A6M5 spec'd out, like planes like that, right? And the vast majority of battles you get into are not going to have that kind of thing. You're going to have Spitfires, sure, and some Spitfires might be spec'd out and may be able to outmaneuver you, but the vast majority of planes you're going to run into, you're still going to be able to outmaneuver. Well, if I'm at 105, and actually I think I was at 106 or 107 before I did what I did, I'm going to try to set this up for speed. Now, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just giving you guys a heads up of what I've done. I guess it's probably stupid because I'm like telling my people that are flying against me how I've set my plane up. But I'm trying to mess with this and see if it's going to be viable, and I really truly think it will be. This is my 4th battle, I think. And every single battle, the speed, it is incremental, but the speed has helped. And I've noticed it stay a little bit more when I try to get higher up, which normally it kind of falls off when you're higher up in your A6M5. So for equipment, I had a experimental polished skin, so I've gone ahead and put that on here. Helps with the cruise speed, and it helps with the acceleration when diving, which is excellent. Yeah, it knocks off the maneuverability a little bit, but with the maneuverability buff that I've got added to it, I don't mind at all. And what I'm going to do once I specialize it is on the airframe, I will put here, and I will go with the lightweight wing frame. That'll help, and I'll be able to actually use this one since I'll be specialized at that point. So that'll help the maneuverability even more. And then on the engine, I will go ahead and put the uprated engine on here to help the speed even more. And I'm going to max this thing out, and I'll follow up with you guys and show you, see exactly how that is impacted. We'll see how it goes. As far as the consumable is concerned, on this open slot, I'm going to do, once it's specialized, the engine cooling. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the engine consumable that helps prevent fires, or the engine consumable that puts the wings back in, wing and tail back in. I probably put the wing and tail back in just because with the firefighter skill on Akira here, the plane doesn't really catch on fire all that often. A, because you're not getting hit very often, and B, because you've got the firefighter skill, and she puts it out quickly if you do happen to get set on fire. So again, this is not a recommended build, but I'm finding it to be, with this pilot, a viable build, and I'm actually really excited to get this plane spec'd out and see exactly how far I can push this. We'll see. We'll see exactly how viable this becomes, and if it's. I think it's going to be pretty impactful once I'm able to specialize the plane and really get some extra speed on it. This could be just one of those funny, ridiculous planes that people go, "What the heck is this Zero doing up at this altitude?" And then you're still viable, or you're getting from sector to sector. That's even the more important part. How many times have you been in a Zero? And you're like, well, of course I can own this one sector, but I really need to get over to this other sector, and it takes you 30 to 45 seconds. And you're like, well, by the time you got there, A, the situation you were trying to fix is either completely broken, or it's already fixed itself, and you don't even need to be there anymore. Or B, the sector you left completely fell because you left it, and it took you so long to leave it and then get to the other sector. So that's like the most frustrating part for me in a Zero, or for that matter, the Yaks. It just takes too long to get anywhere. And that's the real reason why I wanted to maximize and still want to maximize the speed on this plane and see what we can actually push it to. Oh yeah, and by the way, I put the paint on here. As you can see, got the summertime paint. Helps with the cruise speed. There's some really cool paint that's available. If I wanted to help with the crew experience, which I was really tempted to do this one. And I might do this one just until I get Akira up to a higher, but I've already put on the speed paint. There's also this paint, which I like all the paint actually for this particular plane. But that being said, I'm pushing speed, baby, pushing speed. All right, so what do you guys think? You call me crazy in the comments below. Otherwise, we can discuss it on Discord. I've got my Discord channel, and we've been talking about it a little bit there. Otherwise, keep on grinding. This pilot is really, really good. I know I've already posted a video on the LA5 pilot, but Akira is really, really good. You're definitely going to, if you've got the ability to try to get her. Combined with the fact that right now there is the Way of the Samurai going on, so this whole line, it's kind of stupid that I bought this plane right before this tech tree went on sale, but this whole line right here, this is all 50% off. From the A4N at Tier 2 all the way to the A7M at Tier 7, 50% off. Then the J7W1, 2, and 3 are all 30% off. If you're going to grind the Zero line, this is the weekend to do it. Hop on it. Do it. And hopefully get this pilot, because she's worth it. She's definitely worth it. I've got to actually hop on the EU server and hopefully get her finalized on that. Otherwise, I won't have any of the pilots on the EU server, which will be a sad day, but it is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the battles out there. Bye.